Is there such a thing as pure friendship between men and women? The chance of having a completely platonic relationship is nearly zero. Some people might say, "I've known someone of the opposite sex for years. We eat together, hang out, and share our thoughts. It's just pure friendship." But that's because the atmosphere hasn't been right yet. Sometimes we end up doing things by chance, not because they were planned. But as soon as the atmosphere is right, things can take a turn, and it's hard to stop the situation once it starts. I'm excited to share with you some Bible insights through this video. When we face challenges in life, work, or relationships, the Bible can offer encouragement and help. It gives us a higher perspective to view what's happening around us and helps us maintain a balanced and healthy mindset. Today, let's talk about the idea of atmosphere. When it comes to a man and a woman starting a relationship, the most important factor isn't appearance or age, it's the atmosphere. If the right atmosphere is there, they'll naturally get closer. But what does this have to do with the Bible? Well, there's a story in the Bible about King David and Bathsheba, which is recorded in 2 Samuel 11 verses 1 to 13. Let's take a look at it. After a year, when kings went to war, David sent Joab out with his servants and the Israelite army to fight the Ammonites and besiege the city of Rabbah. But David stayed behind in Jerusalem. One evening, after getting up from his bed, David walked around on the roof of his palace. From the roof, he saw a woman bathing, Bathsheba. The woman was very beautiful. David sent someone to find out who she was, and they told him she was Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite. So David sent for her, and she came to him, and they slept together. Later, Bathsheba returned home, and not long after, she sent word to David that she was pregnant. David then tried to cover it up by bringing Uriah, Bathsheba's husband, back from the battlefield, thinking Uriah would go home and sleep with his wife. But Uriah, being a loyal soldier, refused to go home while his fellow soldiers were at war. So David kept him in Jerusalem, hoping to get him drunk. But even then, Uriah still didn't go home. David's plans didn't work, and in the end, he arranged for Uriah to be killed in battle. This passage from the Bible tells the story of King David, a man with great power and several wives, who still found himself drawn to Bathsheba, leading to an affair and a tragic chain of events. What's important here isn't just David's position or the fact that he already had wives. The key issue was the atmosphere he created. David had everything, but one evening, while walking on the roof of his palace, he saw Bathsheba from afar. Back in those days, there was no way for him to clearly see her beauty from that distance. He couldn't make out her face or figure. But he continued to look. That's when the atmosphere began to affect him, and his thoughts went in the wrong direction. Soon after, he had her brought to him, and things spiraled from there. We've talked about how atmosphere isn't just about physical surroundings. It's not just about tidying up your room or setting the mood with decorations. It's also about emotional buildup, or a kind of catalyst that brings people closer, both emotionally and physically. The right atmosphere can stir up romance, including love and intimacy between a man and a woman. Both lovers and married couples need that atmosphere. Sometimes we see couples that don't seem to match at all, yet they end up together. That's the atmosphere at work. When it's right, anything can happen, even if it seems unlikely. It's been great talking to you about the role of atmosphere in relationship. And just like with David and Bathsheba, the atmosphere played a huge role in their story. If you're interested in learning more from the Bible, or if you have other questions about life, feel free to leave a comment below.